I'm going to do readings based on which stone that you pick. So this is stone number 1. This is stone number 2. And this is stone number 3. So I'm going to give you a minute here to look at the stones so that you can choose based on your intuition. Stone number 1, stone number 2, and stone number 3. So that's stone number 1, stone number 2, and stone number 3. So I'm going to just hop right on to stone number 1, okay? So I'll set these back there, and then we're just going to dive right into stone number 1, what wants to come through for stone number 1 today on the messages for stone number 1. What is the message that wants to come through for stone number 1 today? What does Spirit want to say to stone number 1 today for the recent past, please? The recent past. One card for the recent past for stone number 1. The recent past, thank you. One card, please, for the recent past. I'm going to take the top one off of that. And the recent future. Or the present, I'm so sorry. And the recent future. Recent future, please and thank you. The recent future for stone number 1. And I'm going to take the top one off of that. And we have the bottom of the deck energy as well. Okay, so stone number 1 is this. If you picked this. In our recent past, we had the 3 of Swords energy. Heartbreak, emotional pain, breakup, betrayal, suffering, conflict, love triangles, and tears. So with this card, I feel like in your recent past that you were struggling a little bit with your situation, that you could have been through a breakup. It could have been not only a breakup, but it could have been surrounding any other kind of situation. It could have been a work situation, a friendship situation. But whatever the situation was, it was a situation where you did feel anguish and pain and betrayed. And that you are probably still feeling that way at this time, just based on that energy. It's something that's hard to get over, so those feelings may be lingering. The second card that presented in this reading is the 10 of Wands as your present energy. Burden, responsibility, the martyr energy, hard work, stress, the burnout feeling of one final push to keep on going. So that does kind of go with the 3 of Swords presenting in your past, your recent past. But when this 10 of Wands presents, a 10 is a completion card. So just know that although you probably have some of this 3 of Swords energy still lingering around because it was your recent past, you have hit this 10 of Wands completion card, where you do still feel that burden and the burnout, and you are still feeling that that negative feeling a little bit, not as much as when you were in this first card energy, but you're feeling like, when is this going to be over? When am I going to be done with these feelings? So you just need to gather up enough strength to feel that final push through to the completion, because you're almost there. You have almost reached that completion. That's really the feeling that I get off of this card, is you are almost through this situation that you're in. No matter if it is a work situation, a love situation, a family situation, whatever your particular situation is, you're almost at the point of completion. So just push through and you're going to hit that completion. It may not feel like that right now, but you are almost through this. So that is what is coming through for you there in this first set of card readings. Your third card is your immediate future card, and it is the Queen of Cups. She presents as a mature woman. She's romantic, artistic, could be a counselor, a mother figure, a visionary, very intuitive and creative. And when this card came out, I immediately felt as if, yes, you're going to be getting out of this energy, and you're going to be coming into, either this is your energy that's fixing to come up, if you're this type of person, or someone is going to come into your life to help you to come out of this situation and help you to pull you out of this situation and help you. And and I say this is a she, but it can be a he as well. He, she energy, if you feel that you're more feminine, even if you're a male, it can go both ways. But this could be your energy that's fixing to change into this very motherly, intuitive person, that where you can use your intuition to pull you out of the feelings that you have been in for a while now. But if it's not your energy, it could be a potential person that's going to step into your life to help you to pull out of the situation that you're in right now. It presents as the Queen of Cups, which is a feminine energy, but that could be a male person that just identifies as more of a female energy. So that's really what I get off of this card, is that someone is going to come in as the Queen of Cups here in the future, and is going to really be motherly and have vision and be able to be a very mature figure to get out of this situation that has been presented in your life. And then the very bottom of the deck energy, I really do like to read the bottom of the deck energy just to get an overall feel for what the bottom of the deck energy is, because that is the energy of this whole reading, is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is the overall energy in this deck. And so that's really what we're working with here, is intuition, sensuality, mystery, a secret wisdom, secrets, hidden dreams, and the unknown. So with that being the card of the energy of the underneath of the deck, there is something that could possibly be hidden from you. So use your intuition to figure out what you may need to know to get you out of this situation. Use your dreams. Like if you dream at night, that's your angels and your spirit's trying to help you to figure out and work through things. So if you're having dreams, try to like write those down in the morning beside your bed, because there could be something in your dreams that could help you to get out of these first two cards' energies and hit this third card here that you're going to. So this High Priestess card shows up to kind of tell you that there are things that you could be missing, but use your intuition. Look into your dreams. There's mystery around you right now. So I would definitely recommend doing those things, because the High Priestess showed up underneath the deck. So that's the bottom of the deck energy. So that is card number 1, and that ends at timestamp 10:59. So at 11 minutes, we're going to start pile number 2, and that's this card, or this color heart. So I'm just going to give this a little shuffle. So it's going to be a little bit after 11 minutes. I'll look at the timestamp again. And so it's probably going to be at about 11 minutes, and probably be closer to 12 minutes when the second one starts. So I just want a okay, so we're going to start at 12 minutes on the second, on this one, 12 minutes on this one, on the second pile. So the immediate pass, please, for the second pile. And thank you. The immediate present for the second pile. Thank you. The immediate future for the second pile, please. And we have the bottom of the deck energy. All right. Okay, so we'll jump right into the second pile at 12 minutes. I shuffled those and put those out. So this is the second pile. It started at 12 minutes. Okay, so the first card that presents at the for the second pile in the immediate past is the Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving generously, sharing wealth, gifts of kindness, and being taken care of, and some assistance. So it looks like in the recent past, you have been giving and receiving and being generous. You've been sharing your wealth with others, or you've been being taken care of, and it looks like giving assistance. To me, I really feel like this card comes out in a way that, I hope that it's not such a glare. To me, this card is saying you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, especially in this time that we're facing in the world. You have been giving what you can and not taking too much. You've been kind to others. And you can see in her hands that it has something in her hands, and it's like she's offering it to someone else. She's not taking, like some people take too much, but don't give back. And that's not what this card is depicting. So I feel like in your recent past, like you have been doing what the world is needing right now. You've been giving just enough and taking just enough. you've been doing a great balancing act with what's needed right now. So I think that you've been doing a great job in that area. And I think that's what that card comes up. Because you've been doing a great job at balancing your resources. And so the next card that comes up for you in the present is the Star. Hope, healing, faith, inspiration, self-confidence, and creativity. Beauty, money, luck, and fame. And it does not surprise me at all that this shows up for you, because you were doing all this. You were giving what you could and not taking too much. So with the Star showing up, it's like, yes, you're lucky, you know, like you've been doing good, so the universe is going to give you luck and hope. And if you're needing healing, it's going to give you the healing, and it's going to give you inspiration and self-confidence, because you were doing what the universe needed you to do in the recent past. So that's the reason I really feel like the Star showed up for you was because you were doing what you needed to be doing with your Pentacles. So I really feel like right now you should take advantage of the fact that the Star is in your present situation, but don't take advantage of the universe giving you luck and fame and money. Because if you take advantage of it, then it sets things out of balance. And in your recent past, it looks like you were greatly imbalanced. So in the immediate future, you have the Six of Wands, and that's public recognition, fame, pride, victory, progress, good news, rewards, popularity, and praise. So it looks like in the future that you're gonna keep going down a really good path, that you're going to be rewarded for the good things that you're doing. You're going to get some recognition on your path. You may even find fame if you're doing something that you could potentially become famous for. Like if you're writing a book, or you're making something that's going to, you know, like making a jewelry line or a clothing line, or, you know, anything like that, or a tarot card line. You know, you could become famous for it. You could be receiving some good news, you know, on anything. It could be like, you know, you've been trying to get pregnant for 5 or 6 years, and you find out you're pregnant. You could receive high praise at work. This is a really good card for a future card. The bottom of the deck energy of this reading was the Page of Swords. And with the Page of Swords is spying, mischievous, gossip, delayed news, communication, ambitions, argumentative, and clever. And immediately when I saw this pop up as your bottom of the deck energy, I'm so sorry. The first thing that came to my mind was, because your reading was so good, that somebody may be gossiping or watching you because they're jealous of you. And they could be arguing with you because you do have ambitions. There's nothing wrong with having ambitions. The only thing that would be wrong with having ambitions is like, you know, rubbing something in someone's face and saying, you know, I'm better than you or whatever. And I don't feel like that's what this reading is. I don't see that here, and I don't feel that here. But I did feel that off of this card, like someone could potentially be feeling that your life is going better than theirs, so they could be gossipy about it. And it may not even be a bad gossipy. It could be like, oh, I wish my life was going that good, or I wish I could get in that high vibe, so that my life could go that good, or why can't I do that well, or what am I doing wrong? Why can't I get it like that? It may not be a bad gossip, but that is really what I got off of this card was, I don't think it's you gossiping. I think that it could be potentially onlookers gossiping, saying, how's everything going so great for them? Because my life is not that great. And there's nothing wrong with somebody saying, wow, you know, I wish my life was going like that. But we need to realize as a society that there's plenty of room for everyone to shine. We don't have to discount anyone's ability to do things right by gossiping about them, or not wanting their light to shine as bright so that another person can shine, because there's plenty of room for everybody to shine, and we need to encourage everyone, everybody to do what makes them shine, because we all have it in us to shine. So that was your reading, group number 2 with this stone. So I'm going to move on to reading number 3, and that's going to be with this stone, and it's going to be here. That reading ended at 22 minutes and 40 seconds. So let me just cut the deck and shuffle those, and then I'll get the time on the next one. I'll just want to shuffle them a little bit before I start, and then I'll start the next one. So it looks like it's going to be at about 23 and a half minutes when the last one starts. The second one started at 12 minutes, and it looks like the third one's going to start at 23 and a half. So if Spirit could give me a card for the third, for the recent past, please. One card, please. One card for the recent present. One card for the recent present. Thank you. And, oops, these cards are pretty slick. One card for the recent future. And the bottom of the deck, energy. Okay, so this one's going to start at 23:30 on the shuffling, and the reading about 24. Okay, so this is the third reading. Okay, so the third reading, the first card, the immediate past, is the Four of Cups. refusing offers, apathy, boredom, indifference, contemplation, missed opportunity, and a blind spot. So it looks as if in the recent past, someone was bored. Had an indifference to something. You either refused an offer or you missed an opportunity because you had a blind spot because you just weren't paying attention. You weren't paying attention because potentially you were bored, or you just weren't paying attention because you were in your head with a bunch of ideas or just preoccupied. But regardless of why you missed an opportunity or refused an offer, you refused something or you missed something because you had a blind spot in whatever situation it was in. It remains to be seen if those offers or missed opportunities will come back around. Sometimes they do. It just depends on if they're meant, if it's meant to be. If it's meant to be, it's going to come back around again. The second card is your present, and that's the Queen of Pentacles. Practical, motherly, grounded, down to earth, generous and caring, good business sense, and responsible. So it looks like you've come out of the first card's energy into a more grounded energy, and maybe focusing on a business venture, but have become more responsible and realized that you could not stay in this boredom, indifference, and contemplation stage. You had to come out of this. So you have came out of that and have come into a more grounded and down to earth energy. And you possibly could be working on a business, or you have gotten hired by a business where you have to be responsible, or you are being responsible because you have tried to start your own business, or you're just being responsible because you have figured out that you have to become more grounded to get out of that energy that you were in before, which is good. That's good that you become more grounded. You definitely needed to come out of that energy. And the future is the Hierophant card. Higher teachings, values, beliefs, inner truth, spirituality, order, teacher, tradition, structure. So it looks as if you're going to go from being really, really grounded from the second card into you could be wanting to go back to school, to learn more. You could be wanting to learn more about values and beliefs. You may be searching for your inner truth. You may be on a spiritual awakening or a spiritual journey, right? You know, that may be why you got grounded in the second card. So you might be getting ready to go on your spiritual journey. Or you could be wanting to become a teacher or go back to school to learn something. And this is your future card. That's the immediate future. It it almost feels like a spiritual card, like you want to go on a spiritual journey to find your inner truth or your soul path. That's what it really, really feels like to me, but that's not for everybody. That's just for some. But that's what it really, really is trying. That's really what it's telling me, is like spiritual journey. Spiritual journey or school or teacher. And then the bottom of the deck energy is Ace of Cups. And it's a beginnings, new love, emotions, abundance, first stages, marriage, inspired, creativity, birth, or an offer. So that's the bottom of the deck energy. So with that, there could be lots of beginnings. You could be on a spiritual awakening. Or you could be finding new love. That could be a new love for learning, a new love for school. You could be having a lot of emotions. You could be finding abundance. It's the first stages. So it could be an awakening, the first stages of an awakening. Marriage. Inspired creativity could be inspired creativity for spirituality. It could be inspired creativity for teaching, art, just any kind of learning, spirituality. It could mean birth. It could be an offer. So that is the bottom of the deck energy there. So I always like to look at the bottom of the deck energy that we're dealing with. So that was reading number 3. That was this part. So that was the third one. And I think that started around 24 minutes or so. 24:30. Okay, so that was all 3 readings. And I hope you enjoyed whichever one you picked out. And I appreciate you sticking with me. And I look forward to reading for you again. Thank you.